Welcome back, guys, and happy new year. Hope you're all doing really well. So, when we left off, just a little while ago now, we were in quite the pickle. Things are not looking too good because the entire of the Italian kingdom and with their allies, the Byzantine kingdom, we have been invaded, and we are not looking too good. They only want the kingdom of Sardinia under their control, but at the moment they control all of it, and they have about 5 times our number of men, and we don't have the allies we need to really hit them back in any way, shape, or form. So we're not looking too strong at the moment. Now, a couple of you guys have given some pretty good suggestions about what to do here. One of you said about attacking their capital and trying to capture that, but I felt it wasn't going to do enough. It wasn't really going to give us a victory, especially as Francois, the king of Italy, is currently leading the first army of Medina. He's more so the target we want here. If we could capture him or kill him, which would be better, we'd completely annihilate them, win the war, and scatter their forces. So it is a question of, is it worth attacking them there? Because they are actually undersupplied. I think they're suffering from attrition. Now, they do have some allies coming in from across the way, but if we could wound, maim, or kill the king in battle, that could win us the war. Could win us the entire war. So it might be worth it. I don't think we have a better commander. Not really. I have too many desert warriors, unfortunately. He's not bad, actually. We need somebody who's more... I'm not converting to their faith. I know it's a way out, but I'm not doing it. Defending in forest, more soldiers. We have the advantage because we have higher quality and the enemy supply is running low. But also, if our ally joins us, we may stand a chance to win that battle. It's only saying it's even. It's not saying they're going to win. That also gives us more counters. Let's do it. Let's just try and attack them. As Rex, I've been obliged to attend a local wrestling tournament, but the contestants have been delayed. The tourney won't start for at least another hour. Create a best friend. Become a drunkard. I will just reduce stress because I think my stress is quite high at the moment. And it seems that we're going to engage one of the enemy forces and we have the advantage over them. Don't know who. And my allies have abandoned me, you bastards. Now they're coming to my aid. This is King Francois' army. We could do this here and now. We could win this war if my allies would just help me. I think they're getting here too late. All we need to do is kill the king. Kill or capture the king. That's it. That's all we need to do here. Here comes the enemy allies. But I think we've won the battle. Kill or capture the king. Kill or capture the king. Kill or capture... We captured him. We actually captured him. Holy crap. We captured the king of Italy. We've just won the war. We've just defended all of Sardinia. Somehow, after being massively outnumbered, we've captured King Francois. I don't believe it. Oh, how badly I want to execute him. You have no idea. I don't want to negotiate his release. I want to kill him. Dude, I could torture him. I mean, I could... Ooh, all the things I could do. I could damage his health, because the thing is, if I let him go, the chances are he's just going to declare war on me again, and the chances of us capturing him again are very unlikely. And he hates me. I could weaken his health and make it so he's more likely to die. I could move him to a dungeon and let him die, or I could just straight up execute him and make sure he never bothers me again. I may lose the war by doing that, or would I? Would I lose the war if I did that? Oh, I want to kill him. See what it says. I gain 15 dread. I gain 75 stress. It would just create a cycle of revenge through his entire family. Let's end the war. Enforce demands. They're going to pay me 1,000 gold. And we win the war. Thank you, allies, for coming to my aid. Most obliged. And we've defended Sicily. Unbelievably, we have defended it. Let's upgrade the castles now. Before that's too late. We've also got the money to spend. Holy crap. And since we have the money to spend, now they're all fully maxed out, but we can now create a unit of cataphracts. I'm going to make some cataphracts. I'm going to upgrade them so we have, screw it, 200 of them. Let's really bolster our forces. Also, we've kept Sardinia. We stopped them from taking it. Absolutely brilliant. Cannot believe we captured him there. I do really wish I could have killed him, however, because I could see the Byzantine forces creeping up on my shoulder. It just wasn't worth it. It really wasn't. We could have killed him, but had the war, because I can't guarantee if the war would end, and if it didn't, then they would have still captured Sardinia, and we don't guarantee that the Italians don't declare war on us in the future. So, bit of a sticky situation. But he is getting old, and he could potentially die. So, we'll have to see what happens. But we've won it. I still can't believe we captured him. The chances were so slim. He was the only person we captured, but it just happened to be the king. So, that was awesome. Absolutely awesome. My injured champion. Fabius Amorian. That's fine. Sacrifices had to be made. We're going to lose a few good men, but that's fine. We won the freaking war. That's all that really matters. Let's start upgrading buildings. We're upgrading our military. Let's upgrade both our finances. And good. That's another war ended. Let's just get everything upgraded. Let's get more men available. Is this... Our levy's quite low here, but I'm not entirely sure why. I feel like this should be higher. Is that because of my marshal? Maybe because of my marshal's skill, possibly. Should have more levies coming out of these places, I think. Eastern Roman legacy. Eastern Roman legacy is dropping us by 25%. Aha. Let's see. Alright. So we're not actually losing that much from anything. I mean, damn. Yeah, that was a good start to the episode. Very good start. Let's speed things up a little bit. I'm improving my martial skill. Call to war, that's fine. Now, I doubt it'll be too long before Italy declares war on us again, so I really do want to bolster our defences as much as I possibly can. With that money, it might have been worth founding a holy order. But I need 19 more piety. I can't do it whilst I'm in a war, and I need 500 gold. There is a... Oh, do we know somebody's planning to kill my courtier? As long as it's not me, I don't care. That's fine. That is fine. Cool. All my forces are unraised. Church isn't giving us much. I'm not sure if that's a sway issue or if that's just because he's new to the post. I'm not 100% sure there. So, Cataphracts are nearly fully done. So we've got 5,000 men now. We have another son. Another grandson. That's not ideal. Let's disinherit him now. It's going to cost us some renown. That's fine. I'd rather have that than a civil war. Oh, good. Am I his guardian? I don't think I am. I have a feeling I'm not. Educate child. I wasn't. Okay, that's good. Got that sorted. I'm still stressed, so let's call a hunt when we can afford it. I need the gold for a lot else as well, but that'll have to do. I think we're losing a lot because of these guys now, but they're worth having. They are worth having. Damage 10 minus damage 50. We need to make sure they stay out of the wetlands. I don't think we have any wetlands. Not here. Plains, hills. We need to keep them off hills, keep them in plains and forests, and make sure they do not fight in wetlands. Bailey completed in Oristano, Commander, Rossano. Hillside buildings, defender advantage. Let's get that built. I meant to do a hunt, didn't I? Damn it. That's fine. Call to war again. That's fine. Disinheritor, general opinion -20. That's fine. It has to be done. People might hate me for it, but it's either that or war. Eager Reveler, that's what I was looking for, so it might be more worth hosting a feast rather than calling a hunt. Castrum of Ariano. Adriatic Sea, Castrum of Lanciano. Ooh. Right, we're swaying him. Good. I guess we can probably speed things up. Case of Spelly cost -50%. Serve the crown. Dread up 15. Control growth 0.3. Prowess. Control growth up 0.3%. That's pretty good. That's going to naturally improve control in all my regions. So I have even less of a reason to make my marshal do it, which is what I want. We have 5 out of 5. They are just over halfway fully built up. We don't have the money to afford fully doing them up. I really truly do need that holy order. I need its extra men. Even if that's only a call to war. So I'm currently in 3 wars. And I have no intention of helping them with any of them because they are too far away and I'm at risk from Italy again. So the threat is not ended, although he's lost a lot of money. Choose a casus belli. There's 2 threats, but it seems that Italy will be the one to declare war on me, whereas the Byzantines will just join in. Italy's also currently at war with somebody, potentially. So many threats. Enemy ally joins war. Romulus swayed. Trajan died. Can't people just leave me alone for a while? Reduce some of our stress. We need a new spy master. Let's assign him. Let's try and host a feast if we can. Or the hunt is actually cheaper. Sometimes the feast can actually cause a lot more issues. Let's call a hunt. I know I'm an eager reveler, but that is a lot more expensive. And never tends to work out too well for me, so. We've reduced our stress level back down. And we gain a hunting trophy. Excellent. Prestige 0.5 per month. Good. There we go. All positive. No negative effects there. So now we just need to build up our money. We'll speed the game right up. Get this money coming in. We'll try and get a few more upgrades to boost our monthly income as much as we can. Where can we do it? Benevento needs crop fields upgraded. Let's try and get that done next. Still getting good money coming in from Sardinia. It's a bloody good thing we didn't lose it. Benevento, we need to improve those barracks as well, but it's a balance about getting both things, really. Romulus not swayed, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. Fell pastures constructed in Rossano. Rossano? Oh, good. So that was the hillside farms, wasn't it? Yes, it was. I'm thinking, is it worth potentially maybe swaying him? Or is it just worth swaying him? I mean, oh God, yeah, let's do it. Let's just sway King Francois. I mean, if I can make him like me, then we're not at risk of war from him, are we? And because he has the alliance of the Byzantine bloody empire, if he declares war on us again and we don't get lucky like we did this time, we're in trouble. We're in serious trouble. We've actually only got 1 place on the mainland and 3 on the island, so let's quickly assign him there. I'm sitting around the map table with Barrow Gunpart and Comes Severinus discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Harry bangs his fist on the table and loudly proclaims that we should charge the enemy directly and crush them with the sheer might of our armies, while Severinus nervously mutters about how we should avoid unnecessary engagements and fight a war of attrition. Both are pretty good ideas. Improved avoidance, improved offense. Attacker advantage. Attacker advantage -5. Well, that's not useful. Improved offense. Enemy fatal casualties, attacker advantage. We want to deal some damage. Also got 1,000 more men than last time they declared war on us, so we are actually in a better position. Unfortunately, our marshal's died, but we are replacing him with a better one. So that's fine. Just need the money now. Just need the income. We can get hide tents, a few more levies, improved archers and supply limits. That's all good stuff. She's had another son. For the love of Christ, stop, woman. Diplomatic matters. What is his skill set? He's a steward. The ruling of the realm surely interests him. He surely enjoys subterfuge and intrigue. No. The ruling of the realm surely interests him. Stewardship. Let us speak more. Okay, so that's actually worked. 25, -61. Okay, if we can get that down another 25, we might be in business. Hasn't released. Obviously, the game is moving very quickly. Let's just slow that down a little bit. Steward's died. That's a shame, but luckily we've got another decent one. Sano is upgrading its hide tents. Benevento is upgrading its farms and fields. Trani is fully upgraded. Salerno needs mansions and regimental clearings. How much are the mansions? 255. Let's try and get them if we can. Call to war, I shall accept. Hamlets constructed in Benevento, good. More income, we're at +18. We can get these mansions, that'll be really good. Improves our supply limit as well. Unfortunately, it's farmland, so it's not a very good position to sit and wait, but it's also not the worst. Let's get them built up. That should get us close to 20 gold per month. We're starting to look a little bit stronger. If I have enough gold that I can hold my entire army, have them all raised, and still make money per month, we're in a really powerful position. Because I feel like most countries can't afford to maintain their army and have them deployed constantly, whereas if you can and you're still making money from it, you're in a really, really good position. Because you can hold as long as you need to, right? Controlled territory advantage, increased control and county progress gained by 20%. Increased territory advantage. We're looking pretty strong across the board. We're making a lot of money. Right, let's make sure this all's sped up as much as we can. City planning. Okay, that's good. Right, so city planning allows us to build new temples and towns and castles. That's 500 gold to do, but that unlocks the ability for us to put temples in most of our counties. If we do that, we're going to make the church much more powerful, especially with the amount of levies and money they're going to give us. So that's good. That's really good for us. We want to do that. We're going to need a lot more gold, unfortunately, but if we can, we need to start getting some more temples built. Camp Cooks built in Rossano. Good, so they're pretty much all maxed out. Can't improve keep yet because I don't have battlements. We are working towards Burrs. Just under halfway. Once we do get Burrs, obviously we can have a crap ton new knights, which would be very good. Francois is swayed again, so we're getting somewhere with him, which is good news. We may stop any wars he was planning to wage against us. Benevento. Let's just get the barracks built up in Benevento, and then I know everything here is level 2 at the minimum. And then we can start upgrading Oristano and Cagliari. Still got a few things that need upgrading. Another call to war. So I'd love to help them. I just don't have the money to travel to where they are. I know we've got a few guys here that definitely need help. They both belong to Caesarea. Something big is happening in France. Spoleto's lost a lot of territory to Italy. Now I want to try and capture Capua if I can. We could test out our new cataphracts. We go to war against Spoleto and try and capture Capua. I think it's the last region that we really need in Italy that isn't held by Italy or the Byzantines. We've also got the Salamids who we want to attack, but they've got some fairly strong allies and probably a holy order in there as well, so that's another at least 4,000 men. Could finish off Sardinia and try and consolidate all of that territory. In fact, they've only got 940 men. It would almost be rude not to. Let's take Logoduro. Feet. Yeah, let's take Logoduro quickly. That should be a very quick war for us to win. It's just going to cost us a bit of money to do it. Raise all forces. We want to try and gain ground as much as we can. Good idea, should leave it. The true enemy of every soldier is complacency. My steward Clementius says before quietly considering. We are standing side by side upon my castle walls, looking down on soldiers conducting drills below. We could exchange the castle's gates for planks of wood and dull the arrows in troops' quivers. He continues. Lead the soldiers in a mock charge against the castle and see how they do in action. Let's do it. Good idea. First charge. Charge the main gate, 55% chance against 45% chance. Or bring out the ladders. Bring out the ladders. Guaranteed to go well. Taking the final step up to the walls surrounding the castle, I survey the scene. Many soldiers may have been lost to the archers on the walls, but we will not be deterred. One after another, we overwhelm the defenders and stand victorious over the fallen. I take a deep breath, and then it's time to press on again. Hit them hard, show no mercy. Archers, take up your positions, everyone with me. Well, we're going to take up positions with the archers. Or we could... we'll take up positions with the archers. Progress as well. The stairwell echoes as another dulled weapon bounces off the middle pillar. For the second time in a matter of minutes, I curse the tight spiral that blocks us from swinging our weapons at the defenders. The heavy breath of the soldiers around me is deafening, and with every repelled attack they grow more resigned and frustrated. I have to take charge of the situation. This is our last chance to turn the battle. Don't let up, we will overwhelm them, one at a time. Stay alert. We need this to progress well. We're going to have to take a risk, go for the 57% chance. And it worked. Storm Castle. The castle is ours among celebrating soldiers who congratulates me on the charge. Our enemies never stood a chance. Improved defences for 10 years. Fort level +1, garrison size 10%. And a martial perk. Good. Fort level +1, enemy occupations do not lower control. Very useful. Love that. Right, let's capture this territory. He's moving down. You boys can stay behind, if you don't mind. I may as well split these two forces up. You can go and besiege there. You can engage... Oh, they're going back to Salerno, are they? We have a positive relationship with King Francois. Never thought that would happen. And we are losing 3.7 gold from having our armies raised. So we need to create plus 25 gold a month by the looks of it. That's how we're going to overcome that. That's good to know. Unstoppable Alexander. Read the exploits of Alexander the Great during his conquest of Mesopotamia. We can become a forder, military engineer, or reaver. Now, I don't really lead the forces, so none of these are that helpful. From memory, I think forder. Cross rivers and straits without advantage penalties. Yeah. So that is actually quite a good one. Salerno's just called a holy order. That is really poor timing. Can we sneak around them? I don't really want to engage them. Has happened. If I do not earn any war contribution within 12 months, I will lose a level of fame and place my alliance with High Chieftain Yidravdi at risk. I'll lose a level of fame. That's not good. I don't want to lose a level of fame. But you're too far away for me to help you, and I'm not paying you 350 gold. I'm going to have to break my alliance. I'm so sorry. He has learned Latin. Who? My brother-in-law. Well, good. Good man. Comes my friend. I'm glad. Right, go and help them out quick. They're about to be engaged by the Holy Order. Good job, boys. Good job. Did anyone die? Nobody died. But we hopefully captured some prisoners and we've won the war. So let's do that quick. Get that over and done with. Get you boys out of there. And I will hand Sassari over to somebody else. Oh, I can't do that because we're in a war, so let's just disband, disband, disband. Sassari can be granted to... Who's this? My vassal and champion. I'm going to give it to him because I want to create a duchy for Sardinia as long as they don't hold Cagliari. So who is it? Germanus of Tortoli. See if I can find him. Germanus of Tortoli. Germanus of Tortoli. Germanus. I swear there's another way of doing this. Constitutions. I think there is a better way of doing this. Where the hell is he? Okay. I think I can do it like this. Grant titles. There we go. Grant titles. There we go. I don't know if he did come up on that list. I couldn't see him. Alliance broken, siege won, prisoners taken. Good. So now there's only one county left and we've nearly got all of Sardinia under our control, which is all good. Courtiers, we captured no prisoners. That's fine. Port position. Antiquarian. I see, I don't really need any of these positions just yet. Seneschal is always useful. She's good. Let's get her in that position. It's fine. I'm not going to revoke her. We've nearly got 6,000 men. So that is good. Lesson in Lucra. My grandson Numerian has just finished a lesson held by Clementius on the management of the treasury and the gold therein. So he can become just, which is very useful for us. We're going to keep that. Not worth even looking at the others because they're not going to be better. Right, cousin taken prisoner on the march. At the end of the field exercise, it seemed a brilliant idea to practice regrouping an army in disarray. I split my troops and ordered every officer to independently make their way to Salerno. Of course, by the third day of waiting, but with only half of my army in place, I am now seeing flaws in the plan. Aragumpa suggests I ride out with a contingent of champions to find the missing troops, while the rest of my army returns home. This will be an exciting search. Good idea, you're in charge. Yeah, it's fine. I'll lead the search. I might gain a perk from it. We want a war on the march. I can hear an absolute ruckus coming from a roadside tavern. One of my champions kicks open the door, revealing a room full of my wayward soldiers. My arrival makes them fall silent and stare down into their tankards with nary a word between them. The proprietor narrows his eyes. So you're responsible for this rabble. I have enough coin to pay for the damages. These men have the right idea. Pour me a drink. I'm tired of dealing with undisciplined soldiers. Could reduce my stress. I will reduce my prestige instead of spending money. Well, hang on, this is more important. Your neighbour Francois won against your other neighbour Prince Lambert. Ooh. Okay, so Italy's now taken over all of Spoleto except for Capua, which is the one I'm going to take. And I think I'll do that sooner rather than later. As I am passing through a small village, I notice that, though clad in simple cloth, the town's guards are all carrying weapons with my mark on them. Welcoming me in the muddy streets with Domitiana, the self-proclaimed divine guardian of the town. My soldiers laid down their armour to help this preachers serve Zeus. What? Preachers? To help this preachers serve Zeus. I don't know if I'm reading that wrong. I already rule by divine right. You gain self-declared divine right for 5 years. Theocracy, vassals, opinion, -10. Search continues. You have a day to flee this place. Zealot. Who is this? You have a day to flee this place. I'll spend 50 piety. That's fine. Jesus, man. Approaching the ocean, I spot a camp pitched on its shores. As I enter, I am met with a sergeant in charge. My lord, our water stores at leak while on the move, and our pack animals cannot make the march home without more water than we currently have. The soldiers look at me nervously. If the lord and his champions help carry the water skins, however, if this is the only way, the men will march, and they will march now. If this is the only way. I'm happy to do a bit of work. The last of my troops have made it back to Salerno and order has been restored. Though this was hardly a display of military brilliance, I have gained a new perspective on my army and the individual soldiers of which it's composed. We've gained a martial skill. Good. Army gold maintenance -15%, friendly territory levy reinforcement rate 100%. That's awesome. Let's get that. Minucia comes of age. King Francois opinion improved. Levy and grounds in Benevento are completed. We're nearly at 6,000 levies, so we're actually looking really strong. Let's get crop fields completed in Cagliari. And let's get this war started against Spoleto so we can capture Capua before it's too late. And it is also their last position. So let's conquer the county. I will establish control of it myself, though, I think. As far as I remember, Capua is actually a duchy. It is. So it's got a duchy building. So it's another place I want under my control. But I can't afford to have it unless my wife is coming of age. She's 11. She's got a few years left. But always cast her aside. We've already destroyed the enemy army. Jesus, I didn't even see it. Chancellor is dead. Let's replace him quickly. I think we're going to capture that in no time, and we're making money with our armies raised, so we've achieved that goal as well. And I think that's due to my new perk. Surety of supply. Arranging a network of merchants to help me stockpile supplies in my stronghold. Wait, what? Accustomed to foraging for 5 years. I mean, that's not bad. But we'll do a network of merchants if we can. A dependable network of merchants. Let's skim a little off the top and take that money if we can. So I can put that to good use. We've ended our scheme to sway King Francois, and he's now very much fond of us. So hopefully, we may not have, or we may have, but hopefully that secured us from potential wars with him. 4 allies to war. I have no wars to... Oh, yes I do. Too many things on my screen. Right, let's enforce the demands here. End that war quickly. Capua is now under our control. Today my grandson Numerian was taught a lesson in vassal management by Severinus. It was quite a complicated course, necessary, but perhaps a bit beyond Numerian's grasp. Keeps the trait trusting. That's good. Forgiving or patient. I mean, they're all pretty good traits to have. But if I... Liege opinion, vassal opinion +5, whereas trusting does 10 or 15, I think. Then forgiving, earning, diplomacy. Okay, so it's between trusting and patient. I think I'm going to go with trusting. Patient gives him learning, trusting gives him diplomacy. We'll go with trusting. Learning's useful, but I can't really afford the stress. She needs to marry, does she? Well, let's form a new alliance then, shall we? That's fine. Let's do that. Titles can be created. Duchy of Capua. Don't care too much. Building disabled. No county control. I don't care for that either. Take concubine. We're not going to be doing that either. That doesn't help me. Titles can be created. You can declare wars. Plenty of wars I can declare. Somebody in there called the Impaler, I noticed. It's quite a title. Hamlet's created in Cagliari. We've got nearly 500 gold. I could save that and form the Holy Order. Or I could spend it on further upgrading Cagliari. I'm keeping that because I want that building. Now, how much gold is it producing for me? It does have a high tent and wooden barracks, so maybe we replace one of them with pastures, because what I'm thinking is I can give Oristano away, because that has a duchy building. I'll keep that instead. And I can give that to the vassal here, make him slightly stronger. Should do him a favour, but that is producing quite a fair bit for me, so I want to make sure it's an equal trade before I do it. Let's disband you guys. That should bring me some more money in here. I might just save up for 500 and see if I can get this Holy Order established, because if I can, then yeah, it's 1,000 piety. I've lost... I never had 1,000. I'm missing 400. Bugger. Okay, looks like we won't be doing that anytime soon. I could always build a new temple, but I think whilst I've got upgrades that still need to be made, that would be foolish. Let's make sure Cagliari is fully upgraded before we abandon it to do other things. Could upgrade Oristano, but if I'm giving it away, is it worth it? Maybe I just upgrade Capua, hide tents, wooden barracks. We'll keep the hide tents. we will abandon the wooden barracks for something else. But I'll wait until the high tents are upgraded before I do that. Cool. So, now we need to obviously destroy Sumarchu of Sardinia. Then we'll create the duchy here. And then he'll become quite a powerful ally for me. That also removes another threat, making Italy pretty much our only threat. Now, it could get to the point where we have enough men to take him on. And at the moment, we actually have more men than he does. And he's lost his alliance because King Francois is dead. Thank God. They've lost their alliance. We now have the stronger alliance. We could do some damage against Italy. Let's buy a bit of time. I've got enough prestige. This could be done. If we can take some of Italy's lands, if we can kick them out of some areas, I don't know, take that from them, push them further up the mountains, if we can weaken them. Because at the moment, they're our biggest threat. Byzantine Empire is obviously a threat as well, but they haven't declared war on us before, whereas Italy has, and we border them, which makes them a threat. First army of Lanciano, first army of Tortoli. They're fighting against the Arcanate of Sardinia. Can they claim land without my knowledge? Or are they just raiding? I don't know if they can do that. Titles can be created. Still 300 gold. Just need those buildings to be finished now. Chieftain of Votkar. Ooh, see, I could help you out, but you are miles away. And that's the Kingdom of Permia against the Kingdom of Khazaria. Interesting. Kingdom of England's doing well, Brittany's doing well. France is still in this weird civil war, must be. Maybe it's Aquitania. Bavaria, Hungary, Bulgaria. Byzantine Empire is definitely losing some of its northern territories. Teutonids. And there's a little old Kingdom of Sicily down here. I think we can definitely conquer the Canary Islands. They might be quite strategic positions to have. Try and control the Mediterranean Sea. We may take Crete as well. That could be quite useful. Lots to consider. We really need these buildings to finish. I understand you're interested in deepening your grasp on warfare. Gumper nods energetically as he approaches me. I might be able to help you see the battlefield in new ways. Gumper is well known for his mastery in all manners of varied tactics. If there was one who could help me understand, it would be him. We'll attempt to teach you his flexible leader skill. High martial skill will be beneficial in these pursuits. Well, I may as well try and learn. I'm happy to do that. Napoli. I just realised I never disinherited him. I completely forgot to do that. Sorry. I know you're going to hate me for it, but I don't care. I need to make sure that you're not going to single-handedly ruin my kingdom. Defeat. Oh, what a shame. See what effect that had. Yeah, they just gained what was quite a large bit of land, actually. All woodland. Quite a nice terrain up here, really. I mean, it's all pretty flat. It's all woodland. No plains at all, really. Except for there. Some random patch of open plainland. Or is that wetland? No, it's plainland. So I haven't actually seen any wetland. I don't know where it is. I don't know what's considered to be wetlands. I don't actually know what it looks like, so I don't recall ever seeing any. I imagine if there is going to be wetland, it'll be in France or maybe England. Aha, there we go. Wetlands, that's what they look like. That's where we want our cataphracts to stay as far away from as possible. Camp cooks built in Capua, good. So now we can change over the barracks for farm and fields. Comfort of a friend, good. Reducing my stress. Yep, let's go farms and fields. I want to try and make it the same as Oristano if we can. Obviously, we're losing 20% the whole time we have these extra ones, so I do want to make the change pretty soon. I think it's already better than this place, to be honest with you. So let's Recruited a new commander. Good. Let's go ahead and give it over to him now, I think. Let's get that established. What in the world was my grandson Ymirian doing in that wardrobe in the servants' quarters? Playing hide and seek, he claims. He looks like a fool, smiling, flustered cheeks, drawling, barely hearing what I'm saying. You randy little bugger. Save it when you're grown up. Lustful. I don't want it to be either of those things. I suppose that's better. If we have the prestige and renown to deal with it, it won't be a problem. But it could be a huge problem at the same time. Oh well, that's fine. We'll deal with it when it comes to it. Anyway, we've given away Oristano, so hopefully we can sort out our levies and finances. That has dropped to below 20, so that's not ideal. But we're still looking pretty strong. Now, it might be worth, from this point onwards, because there's not really any enemies that we can attack at the moment, except for potentially going against Italy, in which, if we did, how would we go about it? We could take the county of Apulia first, or we could actually go for a full-on county. So we could take the Duchy of Spoleto, Duchy of Corsica. We could consolidate this, and which would also allow us to create a kingdom here. In answer to all situations, Gumper has shown me the ins and outs of all manner of varied tactics. My final test is a mock battle against him to show what I've learned. Prepare the ranks. I haven't fully understood. Prepare the ranks. I'll give it a try. I'll either win or I won't. And I won. Gained flexible leader. Thank you so much. Now, enemy defensive advantage, minus 50%. Good. That's actually quite useful. Should I ever want to lead, which maybe by the end of my skill tree I might consider. No valid targets in area. Wait, what happened? Oh. He died? What happened over here? Queen Antonia's king. Oh, she was the heir. Oh, damn. Oh, Italy's in trouble. Italy has 4,000 men. Italy is ripe for taking. Oh, screw it. Let's at least take Apulia and get them out of that area first, and then potentially another war to take even more land. Let's take it. Take the county of Bari. They've only got 4,500 men. They're weak. But I want to apologise for the little tease, because I'm going to end the episode there before we even consider attacking. Sorry, boys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. It's been a pretty good one. Unbelievably, we managed to defend Sicily. We've now apparently captured all of it. He must have done that for me. I didn't realise he could. But that's one less battle we have to fight. He's captured it. So now we need to make sure he becomes a vassal. And I'm not entirely sure how to do that. I will find a way. I'm sure we can just create the title. And then... Oh, no. No, no, no. Bugger. If I create the title of Duchy of Sardinia, I will lose Cagliari. Oh, that sucks. I don't know if there's a way for me to go back. Oh, I didn't realise. I didn't realise that at all. That sucks. That really does suck. That brings me a lot of gold. Alright, he can stay as the rank he is. In the future, perhaps, when it's less important to have it, then I'll make him a duchy. Oh, that does suck, though. Oh well. It is what it is. I can't do much about it at the moment. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for joining me, guys. As always, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you do subscribe. And for the rest of you, I want to hear from you. So get at me on Discord or go ahead and drop a comment down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one and goodbye.